Welcome to the stream, everybody. Just getting set up here. Oh, I think I need to update this. Okay, perfect. So yes, welcome to the stream. I'm gonna be laughing at the guy. Gonna be playing a little bit of V-Rising in the meantime. Should be a good day. Happy Sunday to you. See if he's late today. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't be the first time either. If I were his boss, I'd fire his ass a long time ago. Gonna need to find more gold. Ooh. I'm gonna have something to handle here in a couple of minutes. I won't be gone for long though. I'll let the stream run. Alright. I'll be back in a few minutes. Won't be long. He's still not here? Wow, Phil is late. Can't say I couldn't have foreseen this, but I totally did. Creatures, eh? Wonder if the spear's any good. Guns, alright. Oh, here we go. Let the shit show begin. I don't get what these animations are supposed to be. It's fucking dumbest random shit. It's literally random shit. Like, literally. Random shit.
What is going on, everybody? Well, we're gonna have a heck of a show today. And I'll be honest, today, I was gonna be like, it's a lighter podcast. Today,
Kind of like,
we're gonna talk about how yesterday I beat the Elden Ring DLC. That'll be exciting to discuss.
Oh,
and
exciting.
How I also beat Riven Remake, and, you know.
Oh, exciting, he says.
Getting hyped for the possibility of Marvel vs. Capcom collection releasing and all kinds of stuff. And then, as I was about to start the show, the American president basically quit.
Huh?
Maybe it's not as dramatic as that, but it really is. It's unprecedented. So obviously...
What? What's he talking about?
Once again, just like last week, with what happened with Trump, now something happening on the other side of the aisle, I've got to talk about it. I can't just ignore it.
What's he
people
talking
are going to be
about?
asking me about it literally all day nonstop. So, I guess it's time for one heck of a level 1 podcast.
The fuck is he talking about?
Right after this.
Huh? What's he talking about? I don't see anything in the news about anything going on. What's he talking about?
Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, the 21st of July, 2024. A day that will definitely be historic. Shut the fuck up and eat it, okay? First of all, just to get through housekeeping stuff and everything,
Housekeeping.
number one, we actually have a break in the weather. It was supposed to start being cooler here.
Oh,
after
weather
an
segment.
unprecedented 2
He's
straight
really gonna
weeks of
fucking
insane
do
heat
this.
here in Washington State. We broke records again. Seems like they say this every year now, but we broke heat records again and everything. So it's actually quite cloudy outside. and I can barely, like, it's weird. Like, it looks really dark in the office, and I'm not used to that. Like, I'm used to it being this dark in the fall and the winter. I'm not used to it being this dark in the summer. So it's a little odd. I'll have to adjust here.
Fuck is he doing right now?
In addition, I woke up, and basically my throat was sore because I think I'd fallen asleep with my mouth open in a certain way. You know how when sometimes you fall asleep, you breathe through your mouth instead of your nose? And sadly, with my allergies compounding
I was sleeping like a retard?
My throat is all screwed up. My nose is screwed up, so I apologize in advance.
Oh my God.
It just so happens this has to happen on a day when I'm literally going to be talking all day because it's React Day. So, great, right? So, ahead of time, I just want to let everyone know if I sound weird, if I'm clearing my throat, if I'm snorting, if I'm doing disgusting things, it's because everything is all screwed up.
No, it's because you're gross, man. That's why.
Now.
Shut up.
Like, literally, I was going to have a podcast that was going to be way more laid back and chill. But I think we just need to talk about the topic at hand right now. President Joe Biden just announced live on social media that he will not seek re-election.
That's not true.
Of course, he didn't say that. What he said was like 4 paragraphs of complete fluff bullshit. And then said he wasn't seeking re-election.
Huh?
Okay? Did it actually say why? No, not really. It just says he's not seeking re-election. It's just crazy to be.
I didn't hear about this.
This guy is supposed to be.
I didn't hear about this.
Our leader, our commander-in-chief. He's been saying all along, I'm in this till the end. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna win this election.
Oh wow.
He's been literally saying this for a year. You know, promising the American people, back me, depend on me. I'm there for you. We're gonna win.
Well, if he doesn't have the confidence vote, then whatever.
He's supposed to be our leader.
Phil, he's not quitting. He's not a quitter. What?
Now, the thing is, there's a million factors involved.
What? A quitter?
And one of the factors that is, as I've told you guys, for those of you who aren't involved in politics,
he's like 90 years old, dude.
Our politics are heavily weighed by money. All right? And what's being believed is that basically, after, number one, Biden massively lost the debate against Donald Trump because he looked like he was nearly dead. He could barely talk. And number two, after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump last week, completely invigorating the voter base towards Trump.
Oh my God.
This week has
Phil is excited to vote for Trump again for the 3rd time.
Contacted him and said, sorry, we're out. We don't believe you can win now, so we're not going to waste our money to give you
waste our money? Oh no.
Trump. Not to say that you would think that the incumbent president doesn't need much of a campaign, considering the fact that he's the incumbent president. You know who he is. You should vote on him because of his own track record. But apparently that's not enough for President Biden. Just think about that. He's been in office almost 4 years, and apparently what he's done in office isn't enough to convince the American people to re-elect him.
That's not it. The problem is he's super fucking old, man.
Is that not a red flag?
Dude, what?
Right?
What?
So...
What? What is this?
This is just crazy to me. Because, number one, all right, I'm 42 years old. I don't remember anything like this.
Of course, he brings it back around to him.
History. Now, I'm sure it's happened before, but I feel like we're in the era of just like...
Yeah, no president got impeached twice either, dude. What are you talking about?
The Great Wizard of Oz is behind the curtain. There's no more, feeling that the people who are in charge are smart or any more bidding for the job than anyone else. Like, I'm sorry, but I just don't think that Donald Trump or Joe Biden are good leaders, nor do I think that they're going to do a good job for our country.
Here we go with
I
the
think
fence
that
sitting.
It's a broken system that we have to vote for awful candidates, okay? And if anything, I mean, you may have had faith before, right? Faith before in Joe Biden, but how could you even have a single piece of faith in this guy who literally promised you the world and then just quit? I give up.
He didn't quit, you fucking moron. Oh my God, dude.
Exactly.
Did he quit like you quit Twitch?
Leaders are smart.
He quit like you quit Twitch.
They're not. I'm telling you, as an American, I sit here and I see this going on. I'm like,
as an American, dude, right? you're the least American. Actually, no, never mind. I take it back. You're the most American I know. And that's not a good thing, Phil.
We're gonna beat Trump, and then he quits.
That's not a good thing.
How the fuck do you quit on your country?
He didn't quit on the. Oh my God.
What on earth? It's like I've always told you guys. All right. You don't overpromise and underdeliver. If you're not sure if you're gonna run, if you're not sure if you're gonna beat Trump, then just keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't keep saying the lie.
What?
And then make everyone believe it, and then go back
What
on
the
what you just
fuck
said.
are you saying?
What the fuck?
What the
Like,
fuck?
really?
What is up with you, man? What's
true,
going
like,
on?
Who fucking would trust the Democrats at this point?
What?
With anything?
What?
They have been pushing forward the narrative that, oh, Joe is fine. He's not in a cognitive decline. He's good at 82. Don't worry. He'll still be good as
the
president for another 4
MAGA
years.
cult?
For him.
Sorry, what?
Out. So it doesn't, I mean, this is my perspective as an American.
There's literally people out there who are patching up their ears going to MAGA rallies.
Who they pick as the replacement, they're not going to win. Trump has just won the election. And that's lame because for politics to work, you need to have true choices and competition. And I feel like right now, we don't have it. Right? We don't. We just don't have a true working system. There's no way. Just think of it. If they pick Kamala Harris, Vice President Kamala Harris, no one likes her now. And she's the vice president and no one likes her. All right? So I don't think she has a chance in hell to win. If they pick someone new, someone invigorating, someone who's actually like a powerful speaker like Trump is,
Trump is a powerful, oh my god, dude.
The best thing they could do,
Trump is a powerful
time,
speaker. Oh my fucking god, man.
In only 3 months. That's right.
There's no way.
They only have August, September, and October to build someone up.
Climb out of his ass, you turd.
How are they going to do that?
Wow.
It's wild.
Man, I knew Phil was like
again,
hardcore
if
MAGA, but
they
just
do
this is surprising. This is an
obviously
amazing
knew
surprise.
that Biden wasn't going to be a fit president, right? Like they just didn't care. And I hate to say it.
They didn't care?
Here's the main difference.
He's pulling out now. What do you mean they didn't care?
The Republicans, when they get someone in charge like President Trump, he is President Trump. He is himself. And you take it for better or for worse. He's loud, he's braggadocious, he's outspoken, he's very, very coarse in how he speaks. He makes mean tweets, but that's President Trump. That is not a tool of the Republican Party. That is actually President Trump.
Are you insane?
Okay? Joe Biden is literally a tool of the Democrat Party.
Are you insane?
He doesn't have an independent thought.
Oh my god, dude.
You know, he just does what he's told. I mean, they literally
He's
usher him
jumping
on stage,
into
doesn't know where he
DSP
is.
politics.
So, you know that with Biden, all you ever got for 4 years was a joke, a tool to just push policies that the Democrats wanted through our government. So, who are they going to pick is my question. This is, again, this is unprecedented. I don't remember this ever happening. This is blowing my mind that this has happened. That's why
he's got a big smirk on his face, too.
Out of the way first before we get to all of
he wants to get this out of the way by talking about it. Oh, yeah, this will get it out of the way, all right.
This just went from, I don't know what's going to happen in November, it's kind of crazy, to, holy shit, we've got assassination attempts on candidates, this is wild and nuts, to, oh my god, the president is dropping out of the election, this is insanity.
Is it
this
insanity?
Is now bonkers.
Is
100% nuts.
Is it? I don't think it is. I don't think it's such a big deal, man. I think it's only Phil freaking the fuck out, obviously. Again.
Holy shit. There's no way that 2024 will not go down in history as the craziest year of American politics. It will.
Wow.
I can't imagine.
It wasn't when Trump got elected.
Anything
That wasn't the
popping.
craziest year.
So,
That was the most divisive year
again,
in
not
American
that I'm
politics.
going to sit here and talk
It's
about
gonna
it
be
at
this.
length, but I wanted to just discuss it now to get it out of the way so we can move on and just talk about the other stuff. So, man.
62 IQ Burnell. Here we go.
No, and see, here we go. Here comes crazy conspiracy theories. You think that the assassination attempt had to do with this and that? Listen, of course, everything has to do with everything, right? What happened last week with Trump, right?
Right.
100% gave power to his backing, and now the Dems know Biden can't win. Biden cannot beat Trump. They know that now. So it's either we dump Biden and we get someone else who at least can compete with Trump for 3 months, even though they may not win, at least they have a fighting chance. So, yikes.
That's DSP politics. Yikes. While he wears that fucking shirt and jiggles his tits at you.
Sure. Correct.
Yikes. Watch my tits jiggle. Yikes.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Oh,
What's
wow.
hilarious is people are like, oh no, it's just cognitive decline. That's what cognitive decline. Did his brain melt in the last 2 weeks? He's the same guy that he was before,
God,
and they said
Phil.
that he was fine.
No.
So
Phil.
again, you've been lied to.
Oh my God.
So why would you trust that party?
Oh my
By the way,
God.
I'm not saying that the Republicans don't do the same
That's
thing.
exactly what you're saying.
Both parties are lying, swindling, cheating.
Gives no
scumbag
excuse
parties who only care
whatsoever,
about
or no
themselves and their own
no
self-interest.
comparison.
They're not out to help you in any way.
How
shape,
about
or
you
form.
start to talk
At all.
about
I mean,
what
seriously,
they did, Phil?
anything
Huh?
that they do
About
has to
anything they
benefit
did,
themselves.
instead of just, oh yeah, they're bad too. No, it's not they're bad too. Explain, motherfucker. Explain why they're bad. Don't just sit there and say, oh, they're bad too. The
No,
fuck
I'm not
is wrong with
endorsing
you?
anyone for president.
Yeah, you are,
Absolutely
motherfucker.
not.
Yeah, you
Like I
are.
said,
Shut the fuck
I
up.
don't like Trump.
You
I
love
don't.
Trump. Shut the fuck
I
up.
really don't. I think that the guy's a scumbag. I know for a fact from my dealings that I had with him when I worked for a helicopter company.
No dealings he had with them.
Constant flea ball.
Oh
you
my
know?
God,
And
Phil,
when
you
we
never
know
had
that, we
deals
see
with
from his
Trump, you
actions and
fucking
everything, that's
stupid
who he is.
moron. It's always about
That's
him.
what I mean,
Back
like,
in my
Is
day.
there really hope for our country right now? I
Back
don't know,
in
man.
my day.
Like I said, and I said this last week in my video about the Trump assassination attempt and everything. I said, when you're gonna vote, no, actually, I said this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago during the debate debacle, right? If you're gonna vote this November, all right, and I say that I actually said if you're gonna vote, you should vote, but if you're gonna vote, because a lot of people probably now are so disenfranchised they don't want to vote
Oh
anymore.
my
They're like,
God.
fuck this, the system is bullshit. I don't care, right? But if you're gonna vote in November, again, you've got to vote on what party's policies are probably going to benefit you and the country best. Don't vote on a candidate because
What
you
is
got
he
one
doing right
candidate
now?
that you know is terrible, but at least is cognitively sound, and you're going to have a phantom candidate who we don't even know who it is yet, and good luck trying to build them
A
up in 3 months to
phantom
be
candidate.
believable as president, you know?
Wow.
So, man, I just... Oh,
Yeah,
so
this
vote
is-
for whatever, man, but
this
this
is
is
insane.
wild. And again, the funny part about all this is you do realize that these things going on will affect all of us in the United States, that is, and worldwide as well. Like, whoever gets elected may very well impact so many things in my life. They may impact prices. They may impact interest rates. They could impact laws, law enforcement. They could impact taxes. They could impact a million things just simply
Like
because
every
one party
fucking
got
time
voted
they
over the
switch
other.
from one party to the other, Phil.
But our
Every
government doesn't seem
goddamn
to take
time.
it that seriously. You
What?
know? To me, this feels like a soap opera. Does it not? It feels like an anime arc. It's
Oh
a drama
my
show.
God.
This isn't politics that it's for people trying to serve the American public, right? Because here's the truth. Public servant.
Here's the
right?
truth. Here we go.
If Joe Biden was a public servant, he would not have been doing what he's been doing for the last 4 years.
God.
He is in cognitive decline. We can all agree there. We've seen it. All right? He's older. He should not have been president. This should have never happened. He wasn't a public servant. He was a tool of the Democrat Party.
Oh
All
my
right?
God.
And that's the problem is we have two parties that are self-serving themselves instead of the country. So for 4 years, we've had a joke instead of a president. And so all we've gotten was, well, whatever comes down the line from Democrats, whatever comes down the line from Democrats, whatever comes down the line. We don't have a human as a president.
Oh
When
my God.
Trump was president, he was a human as president. And that's why people were like, oh shit, this is not good because he's not a level-headed guy, right? So now we got the nut job who goes crazy and causes controversy with what he says and does, or the complete empty-headed tool of the Democrat Party. What's worse? I don't even know. You know, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeesh.
Yeesh is right,
Well,
man.
anyway,
Holy fucking shit.
this
This
is
segment.
wild.
This is
So
horrible.
obviously what's going to end up happening is, you know, there's going to be a lot of discourse now for the next week or two of who's going to be the Democratic candidate, and then they're going to announce it, and then they're going to have to do it. It's going to be like starting up
It's starting up.
again, like
Again.
starting over. Because again, the whole thing is, I mean, what was the point of that debate? Of Biden versus Trump? It was a waste of everyone's time. Gee,
Oh my
thanks.
God.
Thanks, American government. We really...
Dude,
we care
come
about you. You really
sh-
care
oh
about
my
the
God,
public
dude.
servants. You wasted our fucking time.
Whoa! Oh my God, dude. Not even American. I want
The
to choke
Democrats
my.
were smart. They would just start over. They would just take everyone who's in the upper
They were
positions of that
smart.
party who's over the age of like 60 and just kick them out. Just kick them all out and get people who are smart and vibrant and have like
What?
ideas and shit in there. Instead of the old guard who obviously don't know what the fuck they're doing. because look what they've just done. You know? And again, it's supposed to be a two-party system, but in reality, it's not. It's
it's not.
It's just a two-party system. So when one party fucks up, the other one always benefits. But what about everyone else? Oh, no, they never have a chance. Unreal.
Really
People
is
are
right,
saying
though.
that they already announced the candidate, but just so you know, it's not on social media. So
It's not on social media, so Phil doesn't trust it. If it's not on X, it's not on his fucking time feed
oh, it's
or whatever.
Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama is the new candidate. Here it is. No, it's not. I'm just kidding. No, there's no official candidate. You can stop lying. It's on Biden's Twitter. He just put it up. Okay, let me check. If he literally just did it moments ago.
Oh, you suck, Phil. You suck so much. Twitter news with Phil Burnell. Are you not entertained? Is this not meaningful to you?
No, he's... No. You guys got it wrong. Biden is endorsing Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee.
Democratic?
That doesn't mean she's
Democratic?
Democratic nominee. He's
Democratic.
So he's backing
huh?
her. That doesn't mean that she's going to be the candidate. You guys don't know how to read.
Oh my God, Phil. And you don't know how to read either, Democratic.
He's saying his vote...
You don't know how to fucking read out loud. You don't know how to read in your head. You don't know how to pronounce basic fucking words, dude. That's you. That's Phil Burnell.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Sound good? Sound good?
So, anyway. This is just insanity.
You're insanity. Wow.
Dude, but do you understand, again, what a year? Why I don't want to do a DSP politics channel or anything yet. This
would literally be the year to do it. You fucking idiot.
Let's let this dust settle this year. Let's let this election go by. Let's let all the nonsense happen. And then once it settles in and we're set in for 4 years, maybe then I'll consider it.
Yeah, once nobody gives a shit about politics anymore, then maybe I'll consider it.
It's too much drama. It's too much garbage, to be frank. Again, this doesn't feel like reality to me. It doesn't. I feel like we're living in a drama show. We're living in a soap opera. We're living in an anime arc. We're living in some weird Truman Show. There you go. This is the Truman Show, right? This isn't real. We're all just sitting here. Everyone, wherever you are right now watching my stream, you're actually... It's not real. It's all set. At any moment, someone's going to accidentally open the door and
not
see
funny.
The whole set behind there exposed. Because this is all they're pranking us, right? This is some fucking punking.
Not funny.
To the next level. There's
not
no
funny.
way this could be real. I mean, this is nuts.
Did anybody laugh anywhere? No.
I don't know,
Fuck
man.
no. Fucking dumb, Phil.
All right. So anyway, that's all I really have to say. Okay.
What did you have to say? What did you even say?
That's all
nothing.
I really have to say. For now.
Said nothing. You said that you like Donald Trump's dick. That's about it.
I don't think that America's future is very bright right now.
Oh my God.
At all.
Why?
I don't see how things could go worse.
Why? What do you mean? They're gonna vote in for Trump. Your guy. What do you mean? That's what you want, Phil.
We're gonna see what happens. But
huh?
I have no clue who actually be the candidate. Obviously,
who cares who's gonna be the candidate? You're not gonna vote for him anyway, dude.
Don't like Kamala Harris. The polling and everything is people do not like that one.
Holy.
They find her obnoxious. They find her like most people don't think she's intelligent, which is funny. But that's just the portrayal that they say in the media and everything. It's like, oh my God. So.
Yeah, get off this segment, man.
Just said the last president who did not run for re-election was Lyndon B. Johnson. Anyone remember Lyndon B?
You remember Trump getting fucking impeached twice? What's your point? What's your fucking point, you moron? Oh, you have no point. You're fucking stupid. That's why.
All right. So that's it. I'm done. That's DS Politics for today. I just had to speak. So now you know my opinion. If anyone asks me about it, I'll say watch the Level 1 podcast from this morning. I did 20 minutes on it. We're moving past it now. And we can focus on what we're doing today. Today's React Day. And today we're going to react to a variety of clips. Yes, some of them are actually political. Others are not. It should be a good day. And we're going to get through it somehow. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to get through it. Here. Let's briefly talk about the schedule of the week. Today's React Day. It's the clip show, DSP versus the Internet on DSP Reacts right after the show. And then tonight on the late stream, this is going to be very fun. The conclusion of Retro React to Dark Souls 1. when I rage quit Dark Souls 1.
He's excited?
Back in 2011.
To show off a rage
That's
quit.
going to be epic to see me explode and quit the game, and then I review it. So we're going to watch all that back.
Nobody has
Tonight,
ever
on
referred to their own content as
5
epic.
p.m. Pacific time on DSP
Nobody.
Throwback. That's going to be
well,
a
except
special
you,
one.
Phil.
Because I don't think I've ever watched
Because you're
back
fucking
one of
12
my
years
live
old.
rage quits like that before. That'll be neat. Okay. Excuse me.
Fucking
Tomorrow we're
disgusting
back to
shit.
gameplay. Tomorrow is Fallout 4 returning with Nuka-Cola World continuing, and tomorrow night will be Stardew Valley Chill. Tuesday's up in the air. I don't know what I'm playing on Tuesday because yesterday we beat both the Elden Ring DLC and Riven Remake, which we're about to talk about in a moment. So we got to do something on Tuesday, but I'm not sure what to do. Simply because we have to pick something new. And I don't know if that means that we pick a brand new game or whatever.
Can you get to the point,
You
Phil?
know.
What is he doing?
Kind
Fucking
of like, Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what we're doing Tuesday. We gotta think about it. We have like
stupid,
a day, 2
gross,
days to figure
dumb
it out.
pig.
I actually have no clue what I want to do on Tuesday. I'm just
We have 2 days to
completely,
figure
my
it out.
mind is like, I don't know.
We do.
Now it's even worse because now I have to try to think straight with all this crazy shit going on in American politics.
Oh my
It's like, how am I gonna think about what to do on
god.
Tuesday? I don't know.
Stop.
So we got to think about it. We'll talk about it. Let me know your suggestions of what to start on Tuesday. And then Tuesday night will be Street Fighter 6. Okay? All right. Now, there's one thing that could change that schedule. All right?
Come back to me.
Evo is going on right now. And FYI, Evo this year is pretty crazy. They did the world's biggest Third Strike tournament and some of the most epic gameplay moments in Third Strike I've ever seen.
Dude, you said you didn't give a shit about Evo.
So I was like, wow, even just glancing at a few moments last night that were posted up on like social media, I was like,
He literally
wow,
said he
that
doesn't give
tournament
two
was
shits about
wild.
Evo.
So at Evo, they have a fully working, 100% ready to sell version of the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. It also got rated by the ESRB earlier this week. All signs point to the game will be announced today. The question is, when will it be released? Will it be a shadow drop where they say, oh, by the way, if it comes out, buy it now? If that's the case, I'm all over it. We will play it right away, okay? That's awesome. And I wish that they would do that. But we don't know if that's going to happen. They might be like, oh, it's releasing, but it releases in 2 weeks. And like, wait, what? I don't know why they would do that.
Oh my
The game
god,
literally is
dude.
done. Like, they have it at Evo. They ran tournaments on
What
it.
a
It was
baby.
fine. So
What
there's
a
no reason for them to
baby.
not just release the game.
What a baby. Grow the fuck up. Oh, you have to wait.
I don't
Poor
know.
baby.
I don't know
What a
if they're gonna do it or not.
piece
If
of
they do it, that
shit.
changes the whole schedule. Basically, we'll be playing it
Oh,
like
no,
a
more
lot this week,
scheduletism.
which I'm down for. We'll play it on PC. We'll get my Victrix here.
Oh,
we'll have
no.
a ton of fun playing the Marvel collection together this week, experiencing all the different games, both offline and online. I'll take a tour of the Marvel versus games, which are super fun, and it'll just be a great time overall.
Such a piece
So,
of shit.
yeah, I guess we'll see. Hopefully they do announce it. And by the way, guys, if they do that, if it gets announced today, please let me know so I can look up the details, and that way we can plan it and figure out the schedule for the week.
What do you mean,
okay?
please let me know? You figure it out. You fucking dumbass.
I'm very excited for this.
You're so
obviously.
pathetic,
These are the
man.
games that I grew up
He
playing
literally
arcades
can't
and
do
I was
shit
actually
by
quite good
himself.
at back in the day.
I'm surprised he can wipe his own ass.
I was quite good at them back in the day. To see what I can remember about
Phil,
them because it's been so long.
You're gonna get your ass kicked. Just admit it. We know you're gonna suck.
If what gets announced, the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Basically, here's the deal. Yesterday, or was it the day before, they announced SVC Chaos, SNK vs. Capcom Chaos, is now going to be released this week. And the reason everyone's suspecting why did they announce it so early in Evo is because the MVC collection announcement was coming, and they wanted that to be the big announcement. So they had that game announced earlier, so that the MVC collection could be the big announcement for today, finals day. Anyway.
He's an actual
so that's
dumbass.
what's going on. Now, let's talk about yesterday. Yesterday, folks, I finished the Elden Ring DLC.
Oh
Yes,
my
it's
God.
official. I beat it. And the thing that gets me is, I guess some people just love to root against me. And I guess some people were like, they didn't think I was going to do it, or it was going to take me, like, longer than anything I've ever done before.
Take
Which
you,
it
like,
didn't.
5
I actually
hours.
beat the final boss. I guess we could start saying the name of the final boss now. I beat Radon faster than I actually beat Melania. back in
Barely.
the original Elden Ring.
Barely.
And I think there's a couple
Barely.
reasons why.
Barely,
Number one, I've been
dude.
playing
Why don't you admit that you beat him by
for another 2 years, so I'm better
20
at them
minutes
than I
earlier?
was 2 years
Or
ago
20
with
minutes
Elden
sooner.
Ring. I just am, like, I've gotten better at them. I mean, I've
God, he
played so many
sucks.
different games.
Sucks so
like
much.
Lies of P, and Another Crab's Treasure. I did a second run in Elden Ring. So
Oh,
I've
he
been playing
sucks
all
so
along.
much.
It's not shocking that I'd be playing better, right? And if you look at my fight against Radon, I learned all his boss patterns. The only reason I beat him is because I'm dodging everything.
Oh my
right?
God.
It's not like I used some cheese strategy. I was dodging.
Not a
Now
cheese
it's my time
strategy?
to hit. Dodge.
Yeah, you're
Now
using
it's
the
time to
one
hit. That's
attack
how I
with
beat
a
him.
bleed, with
So,
an
it
overpowered
wasn't
bass
like
build.
me
That's what you were
using some
doing.
Crazy overpowered nonsense.
You were.
Not at all.
You were.
Come back to
Why are you
The other
lying?
thing is,
You were.
Melania, when she hits you, she heals herself, right? So I feel.
How many
that
times is he gonna say this, man? You've said this like
that
80
is
times
like
in the last
a
week,
harder
man.
thing to overcome
Get
when
over
you're
it.
First trying to kill a boss for the first time, because at any moment, if you make a mistake, basically your run is shot.
And the other one can kill you. What do you mean?
Well, oops, I made a mistake. She got all her health back. Well, what a waste of time.
What do you mean a waste of time? You can still beat her.
With Radon, it's not similar. Like Radon, depending on how you're fighting him, can take forever. Like that, when I first started fighting Radon, I had the shield and the counter guard build, right? The counter attack, guard counter build.
Calls it a build. It's not a build.
It works. The guard counter build actually does
It's
work.
not a build.
Okay. But the problem is it takes forever. Like, you gotta block a zillion times just to get the one guard counter in at the end of the string of attacks. You've got to be blocking really well because you can't just hold it. You have to, like, tap it so that you can be getting your stamina back between hits, or else you run out of stamina and you get staggered. Like, there's a lot to it. But what I was getting to his second form with the guard counter build, the problem was it was just taking way too long. Do I really want to play 5 to 10 minutes each time just to see the second form, but then get demolished and learn nothing? No, I want to be getting consistently to that second form as much as I can. So that's why after trying the guard counter build, I said, oh, then I tried the sword. I said, nah, forget this. And then I finally went to dual hammers, and with the dual hammers, at least I was doing big damage. And I was like, all right, now at least I can realistically
This is insane. Nobody
form,
cares.
you know, relatively quickly.
I
But
can't
then
believe he's
realized
actually
the dual
doing
hammers
this.
weren't doing that well for second form. I needed something better than that. I needed something that was going to stagger him. The dual hammers, if you can
Cognitive
believe it, weren't
dissonance
staggering him.
at its worst.
And so that's when someone recommended do a bleed build.
Sits
with
here
this
blabbing
club
on
that
and
is
on
a
and
new
on
weapon
about
that
shit
was for the
literally
DLC.
nobody gives two
And
actual fucks
apparently
about
that
it.
club originally, it's called Blood Fiend Arm, I think. I think originally it actually was overpowered, and FromSoft nerfed it like weeks ago. They patched the game and made it way less of an overpowered deal. So after they balanced it, now apparently it's quite a fair weapon. So, you know, I listened to your advice. I built the build properly, respect to Arcane, and yesterday took about 2.5 hours of playing with this bleed build. And basically what
On top of a 3.5 hour stream.
I learned the first phase enough that I didn't have to just constantly dodge. I could bully him. I was bullying Radon. I was running up and pound him again. Just take a hit. I don't care if I take a hit. I'm hitting him with stagger and bleed build. So I don't care that I'm losing health and
His
everything.
health bar was
So I'm gonna
longer than
stagger
the
him in a
goddamn
second.
bosses.
And basically when you get him down to about half life, that's when you get to the second phase. That's all I'm looking for. And I only needed to hit him 3 heavy R2s, because his attack with this blood arm, he goes ooh ooh. It's like a 2 hits bomb, like boom boom. And when it does that, it does big build, bleed up and everything, and stagger. And if you hit him with 3 of those in a row, he staggers. So you need to do it without dying. So I basically found ways in his fighting pattern to hit him at least once or twice right away.
I'm so bored right
and then
now. I
just
wish
move
he'd
to
shut the
third one.
fuck up.
And after that, it's pretty much academic just to get to phase 2.
It's
which then allowed
academic
me
just
start
to get to
learning
phase 2.
better. And man, I still think phase 2, some of those attacks in Radon's phase 2 are quite ridiculous. Like, I still don't know when he does the vacuum, the gravity vacuum, right? Unless you dodge it, which is kind of chance because there's a bunch of attacks that look the same, so good luck dodging that on reaction.
On reaction, he says.
I actually don't know how you're supposed to avoid it, because he literally goes gravity vacuum, giant gravity pound wave, which you can't really dodge effectively. Then he jumps up and lands down again with his teleport holy attack that you can't seem to get out of the way. Then there's a big wave of light, and then there's another second wave of gravity attack, and that's all back to back. how in the hell are you gonna roll through that?
I don't know,
right?
get
What do
good.
you have, like 17 stamina bars? Like,
No, you did, though.
Like, what do they expect you to do there?
Dude,
I
you
really
had
don't
17
know.
stamina bars.
But again,
Fuck.
what I noticed is if you bully him, even in the second form, it works. Like, if you get in on him and you kind of ignore a hit or two, like, I'm going to take damage, I don't care. Get in your first couple of hits and then just look for the stagger. Once he basically gets staggered, it's kind of in your favor now, you know? But even then, there could be some bad luck. He's got a teleport attack where he
Bad
just
luck,
goes
he
like this,
says.
charges, and zoop, goes across the screen. And if you don't die,
I like the sound effects.
right
Zoop.
away, you're instantly dead. He just insta-kills you.
Zoop.
Oh, my God. So, is he cheap? I would say there's one or two attacks that are quite cheap and unfair. Most of the attacks are fair. The problem is it takes so long to get consistently to phase 2 to see and learn those attacks that it makes the fight hard. Like, if you could easily get to phase 2 to learn the attacks, it wouldn't be a big deal, but phase 1's a pain in the ass.
You're a pain in
Get
the ass,
past
Phil.
to get to that phase 2. So that's really where the real challenge is. Once I started consistently just going right through phase 1 to 2, I was learning the fight, and that within an hour I beat it, you know? So
You
in
think most
reality,
people
the boss fight's an hour long,
Died for like
but
6 hours.
you have to consistently be able to beat phase 1, which took me
The
like 3
fight is
hours
not
to
an hour
learn,
long.
you see? Anyway, yeah, so yesterday, after 2.5 hours, we did it. I beat him,
My bad.
and we saw the end of the plot line, which is essentially you get a cutscene, and then you go back to the St. Trina area, and you get a little resolution there to the plot, and then that's it. Like, the DLC is basically over with no real ending. Like, unlike the regular Elden Ring, there's no ending to Shadow of the REEstream. You won. You did it. You beat everything. It's now completed. There's not even, like, there's no NPCs to talk to or anything. They're all gone. They just disappear from the game. So there's nothing, like, there's no epilogue or anything. So, after that, I had a little bit of extra time, and everyone's like, what do we do? I said, well, we'll look at the remembrance at the 2 fingers and just see what it is, which we did. We saw you get Radahn's armor set, his younger armor set. You also get either of his swords, or you get both if you clone the remembrance. What else? Oh, and then I said, you know what? Let's actually finish the game. Like, why not? Let's actually beat it. So we did. We went and we fought Radagon and the Elden Beast. And the cool thing is they have patched the main game. You now can use Torrent during the Elden Beast fight. It makes the fight fun. Like, the original Elden Beast fight is just stupid. It's you against a giant monster, but the thing runs away constantly, so you can barely get to it. It's just like a really tedious bore of a fight. It really is a poor final fight. I think it's actually weak for a final boss of the game. So,
Sucks so much, Phil.
you can outright on Torrent means you have a chance to follow him and actually, like, face him on even ground, and it makes the fight much easier, but it also made it fun. So basically it took me like a bunch of tries, like 4 or 5 tries to beat Radagon, but then once I got to the Elden Beast, I one-shotted it. And that was it. And that
He
was
didn't
it.
one-shot it. He doesn't know what one-shot means.
And then we actually
These
closed the run.
definitions. These
So,
words have
we got
meanings, Phil.
Make room if I want to carry that.
If you do all the math, okay? Original attempt at fighting, the original attempt at fighting Radahn was like maybe 30 minutes. And then I was out of time. Then, the second attempt was about 3 hours, but out of the 3 hours, like 45 minutes was respecking. So you could argue between the first and second attempts, it was about 3 hours. And then yesterday, it was about 2.5 hours, so basically it took me about 5.5 hours.
Almost 6 hours to beat a boss.
Melania took longer. I remember Melania, the first stream was like 45 minutes. Then it was like a full 3-hour stream, and then it was like another 2.5 hours. So I would say Melania, or I keep saying Melania, it's Melania. I would say Melania took about around 6 to 6.5 hours. And again, I think that was because she just kept auto.
So she's 30 minutes less. And he's saying that, oh, people were wrong about, you know, how long it would take me to beat him.
So you notice the second time I fought her, just recently, a couple months ago, with the magic build, I beat her in 2 hours because I learned her first pattern, you know, zoned her with magic. Second pattern, I basically learned how to bully her with the sword, the magic sword, Dark Moon sword, or whatever it is, and that was that. So, yeah, if I fought Radahn again, would it be easier? Probably, yeah. Because now what I do, I would just keep bullying him. I'd find other builds that bully him, and I would just keep staying on him and pounding him, keep staggering
That's not how
him,
it
so you
works.
just get right to phase 2, and
Good
then it's not
God.
that hard, you know?
Wow.
So, anyway.
So,
Elden Ring is done. So what are my final thoughts on Shadow of the REEstream? Let's be honest, okay? Are there good things about it? Absolutely. First of all,
there we
for
go. I was gonna shit on
$40
Elden Ring.
DLC, I got 40 hours of content out of it. Could I have gotten a little bit more content? Yeah, but not that much. I actually did every single optional dungeon, every notable dungeon. I did all the optional bosses except for the Deathrite birds, because those are exactly the same as the main game. Much like the Drakes, I was like, I don't see the point of going through this over and over and fighting these guys. They don't add anything. And then there was the one optional dragon boss that's standing in a pool of water, so it's stupid lightning damage. And I didn't go back to fight. I've already beat those a million times in the main game. It wouldn't be a big deal
Such a
now to
pussy.
go back and beat it at the
Such
end.
a pussy.
Then
Do it.
now.
Then do it.
Now that I got so many more levels and everything. Remember,
You would have had time to do
I
it,
went
but
to
he didn't.
Vale relatively early on in the DLC. So anyway, yeah, like I did everything and it was 40 hours. I did everything in Elden Ring, the original, and it was over 100 hours.
His
Elden
run
Ring,
was
the
like
original,
140
$70, this was
hours.
40. So is it really equivalent in scale? Honestly, no. If you actually do apples to apples, the dollar
It's
a
a
dollar an
DLC.
hour for the DLC, while it was probably like 50 cents an hour for the original game. So there's definitely more content to the original game.
Well, no shit.
But if you're a fan of Elden Ring,
It's a
you're probably happy to get more Elden Ring. You
DLC.
don't care that you're paying a little bit more of a premium of price for the content. Okay? There's things I liked about the DLC and things I didn't. Whenever you got to a unique area of the map that had like something really cool level design,
Really cool.
you know, the beautiful blue and red flowered fields, right? Or when first time I got to the Finger Hills. Now they suck because they're empty, but man, they look cool the first time you arrive there, right? And you're like blown away. And the verticality of this map, where everywhere you are, there's essentially multiple levels that you can explore. That's really
That
cool,
had movement.
all right? I really liked that about it. But let's be honest, it's a lot of open world exploration that's kind of boring. There was a lot of areas I went to. There's literally nothing there but like one item I don't need. So why am I here for, right? The entire first area is super boring. It's a bunch of open area with stupid phantom grave
It's not
stuff
boring at
and
all.
sheep. Why does this even exist? Like, why is this here? You don't need it. It's like 3 hours of the first part of the game is this boring area. They didn't need to put it there, but they wanted
He's
to have
wrong.
like a slow starter area or whatever. It was kind of stupid, actually.
Oh.
So I still feel like the open world is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes you're having a lot of fun if it's something unique and different, and sometimes it's like, wow, this really stinks. It's boring. Why is this even here? I'm searching. There's nothing here. Why am I here? Dungeons, legacy dungeons, they were quite good. I like one of my favorites in this one. I would say the tower, which is the first legacy dungeon, is really good. I would say the hidden dungeon with the Saint Trina stuff, the underground dungeon, that was really cool. And I mean, honestly, probably the final dungeon. Those are probably my 3 favorites. There's more than that, but those are probably my 3 favorites. I do wish there were more, but I think, how many were there? 5? Because there's the tower, there's the castle, and Ennis or whatever it's called, Ensis. There's the underground secret dungeon with Saint Trina. There's the manor, or not the manor, the church, whatever it is. That's the Lord of Flame is there. There's the final dungeon. That's 5. Oh, of course, there's the main Shadow Keep, and the Shadow Keep is literally 3 legacy dungeons in one. It's 3 different runs. So technically, I guess you could consider
3
there's 8
different
legacy
runs?
dungeons, even though technically there's only 5. You could argue that there's 8. They're done pretty well, I would say. I like all the legacy dungeons in the game. Bosses are hit or miss. Some bosses were cool. Like, I think my favorite boss is Bale. But not only Bale because he's an insanely huge, cool dragon, but the lore behind it. I mean, when you're fighting Bale, you can literally see Lord Placidusax's heads that were ripped off and bit his head and are attached to it permanently. That was crazy. I was like, holy shit. That's some crazy lore right there.
Wow.
And now you know where the heads went. When you fought him and he was missing heads, that's where the heads went, you know? And I like the Lord of Flames, Frenzied Flame, and I think the Dancing Lion. I think those are my 3 favorite bosses of the DLC. Honestly, Radahn as a final boss, he was good, but he's definitely better than Elden Beast. Don't get me wrong. Like, Elden Beast sucks. But I don't know if I liked them that much. I think they could have been a better choice for a final boss. I think a lot of people wanted to see Godwyn or Mikola himself instead of Radahn. It was kind of like a weird shock. I think what it is they wanted a bait and switch. So no one would have expected that Radahn would have been the boss because he's already dead, right? Which I agree, like that. It's shocking when you first see it, like, what the hell? Like, I never thought that he would have been the boss. The optional dungeons, all right? There's 3 kinds: the mausoleums, the jails, and the blacksmith, anvil, what are they called? Not workshops. I can't remember. Furnaces, the furnaces. I liked the furnaces a lot. I liked the jails a lot. Why? Because they were new. The mausoleums sucked ass. They're boring.
No, they
They're
didn't.
labyrinthian. They take too long to get
No,
through,
they're not.
And there really is no point in doing them unless you
They're
get an item
fine.
in them. Of course, you don't know what items are in them, so you end up wasting a lot of time.
They're
on
fine.
Them. I just didn't like them. I think the mausoleums sucked ass. But the other 2 optional dungeons actually were quite good, and I liked them. So yeah, the anvil forges and the jails actually were good. I enjoyed them. So the dungeons are all fine. A few are better than others. Some of the bosses are epic. Some are not so epic and not so good. Okay, here's what's the best thing about the DLC. They went all out with the new items and variety. That's the best thing about Shadow of the Erdtree. Because they knew this was the last piece of content for Elden Ring. So they said, here's a ridiculous amount of new things you can do. Have weapons that can infinitely be thrown because they respawn in your hand after you throw them. Have a broken bleed build, broken sleep build, broken, you know, everything just over the top status effects, right? They did it on purpose. They wanted to give you the wildest weapons because they knew this is the last hurrah for Elden Ring 1. You know, the sequel will have more stuff. But they just wanted to just give you a one last explosion of content. And I was like, I'd like
Shut up, what flavor?
What I did during this 40-hour run. I mean, I switched builds how many times? I started off with...
He didn't switch
magic
builds. I think he legitimately switched builds twice.
axes, then changed to the
He was
giant
magic, then he went to his
hammer,
stupid
right?
whatever build, and then he went bleed.
I
So
changed
twice.
to
Twice.
training all the
Twice. Learn to count, dumbass.
hammer,
Those aren't different builds,
Dark counter
dumbass.
build,
Those aren't
correct?
different builds,
Then after
dumbass.
that, we went to the double hammer
Those
build.
aren't different
Used that for
builds,
quite some
dumbass.
time. Then I was alternating between the 2. Then I got the Sword of Damnation, and I was using that. Then I had a parry build. 'cause I needed to
Those
do that
don't
to get
count
the
as
bits.
different
I did the
builds,
parry build for a
retard.
while.
A weapon is not a build,
then, you know, then at the
retard.
end, I guess you could consider the
God.
final new build I did was the bleed build.
Oh my
And
god.
that's what, like 6 to 7 builds.
Nah, you
all
can't
within
count. You don't know what a build
playthrough.
is. You're a moron.
And it's actually funny because people were like, oh, first of all, people were like, well, we don't like the fact that you just keep sticking with the same builds. You should mix it up. Okay. So then I mix it up constantly. People are like, we don't like the fact that you're changing builds. You can never really master
aren't
them."
builds.
I'm like, oh, you can't win with these.
Those aren't builds.
Again, what I find is when I play certain types of games, it doesn't matter what you do, you can't please people. And definitely, in the case of Elden Ring or FromSoft games in particular, you just can't please people. No matter how I play it, no matter what I do, somehow I'm in the wrong and I'm doing
You
stuff
are in the
wrong.
wrong because you're a fucking moron.
That's what people say no matter what. Okay.
Oh my God,
Every
you're so
single
stupid.
build is a cheese build. You cheated the game.
You did
Obviously,
cheat.
You looked up every
You
single
cheesed the
build
fuck out of the
online
game,
and
dude.
Copied somebody else. I literally have not seen a single person play this DLC besides one. And I only did that like the day it came out and never watched it again. So literally, I've only seen myself play the game. There's no way I can even copy someone else's build.
Oh my
But again,
God.
people just make stuff up. 'Cause they're
You're the
idiotic
actual
losers who
like
wanna
worst
believe
idiot I
drama
think I've
for
ever
drama's
fucking
sake.
heard of, Phil.
No, everything there was based on me doing it on the fly during the playthrough or on feedback from chat, which people helped me quite a bit during this playthrough, and I appreciate that because it allowed for the variety that we had.
So he's admitting it? Oh no, sorry, that doesn't count. Phil doesn't count.
And that's
Phil
right.
doesn't count.
It's like Jason just said in chat. It's like you're saying you just want to gatekeep anyone who uses in-game mechanics and just call them casuals. Exactly right.
But
The
he
game has all
does.
these weapons. The game has all these builds.
But Phil, that's
It doesn't
literally
fit
what you do.
into the game. Now, some things did get patched out, right? And that's okay.
He
You
literally
understand
says
the
that
game
people who
was
summon or
perfect.
have
Yeah,
crutches.
power.
Oh my god,
I
man.
didn't use any of those. Wasn't using any of the overpowered shit at all.
You did.
Nothing that I was using got nerfed or anything.
You did.
You know, I only used the bleed build for the final boss. It had already been nerfed.
You're
So,
using the fucking
all
stupid,
fair
like, quote
game.
unquote, parry
It
build.
is, you know, hell, if I had summoned the entire DLC, that would have been okay too. I
Yes.
understand that wouldn't have been entertaining. Can you imagine if I only beat Radon because I summoned?
Oh my
It would've been
god.
boring.
That's
Everyone
not how
would've
it.
been
Oh
playing. I
my
wanted to
god.
give you the honest shot, and let's be honest, the 5.5 hours of me beating him legit was fun. It was grueling. It was very stressful, but it was fun.
Stressful, he
right?
says.
So there you go.
There you go.
So yeah, I hope that you enjoyed the playthrough. I liked it. So Shadow of the Erdtree, it's a fine DLC, especially if you're someone who really, really likes Elden Ring and you just want more of the same. But the one thing I'll say is don't expect too much innovation. The biggest innovation is in the amount of weapons they give you and how they do play differently from builds in the original game. And they go all out with that. But outside of that, it's just more dungeons, more open world exploration, more bosses.
What would anybody expect buying an Elden Ring DLC?
Why the fuck are there so many Drakes in this DLC? Didn't we find enough of them in the mini game? Apparently not. Okay. All right. So I had a good time with it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And it's done. Now, another game. I beat 2 games yesterday. I actually beat Riven Remake last night. And let me tell you guys something. Like, I don't think Phil of today, 2024, versus Phil of 2008 when I started this, I don't think I could be more of a different person. The reason I say that is because last night I'm doing Riven Remake, right? And the final puzzle of the game requires you to crack a codex.
Oh no, it requires you to use your brain?
Basically, a numerical code that includes not only regular numbers that we know, but a symbol system and a second symbol system.
So
One
2
symbol
symbol
system is just based on, like, add this to this and it becomes this. But then there's another symbol system that's actually, you have to count going around in a circle the amount of symbols that are there, and sometimes there's 2, sometimes there's 1, sometimes there's double. It's a really complex system. And I actually figured it out on the fly, live on stream.
My God.
The Phil of 16 years ago would have never done that. The Phil of 16 years ago would have sat here and raged and said, this is stupid. What a dumb game.
I heard you did rage. People said you were raging.
Instead, I actually sat there and I applied myself to it.
Oh my God.
And on the fly, I talked it out publicly with the audience.
He's talking about a video game.
And I was like, wow, I actually impressed myself, because that's the kind of stuff, that's the kind of thing that would be on an IQ test.
Oh my God.
Here's a pattern, a series of symbols. What's the next symbol? So you have to, on the fly, figure out the symbol system.
Oh my
right?
God.
And then figure out what would be the next symbol in the sequence.
This would be like on an IQ test, right? Like the one that Trump passed, right?
I was like, wow, I've impressed myself.
One of those IQ tests, right?
Like right now, me playing Street Fighter in Street Fighter 6 is the best I feel I've played competitive Street Fighter. All right, and I want to repeat that. I actually feel like me playing Street Fighter 6 now,
he was number 4 at Evo, and this is the best he could ever do.
You could argue, well, what about your days in Super Turbo back in the day?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I was playing at a high tournament level back then, but modern Street Fighter has more to it. Modern Street Fighter has a ridiculous amount of mechanics and muscle memory and things you need. You know, Super Turbo is very simple.
So number 4 at Evo isn't good enough for the modern day, is what he's saying.
From playing it so much, but it takes more to play
It takes
Street Fighter 6
more
at a competitive level than it does Super Turbo. That's just a fact.
That's a fact.
And
take it to the bank.
So I feel like right now, in 42 years old, my brain is kind of at the best it's ever been. I'm solving complex codex puzzles live.
Oh my God, it's a video.
I'm playing Street Fighter at a high competitive level. I'm beating the toughest boss in FromSoft history.
Oh no, legit! It took you 6 hours.
Pulling off here in the modern day.
What?
It's wild. Of course, now nobody cares.
Midlife crisis Burnell. Holy fuck.
I don't want to downplay those of you who like me and watch my content and support it, okay? I appreciate that. When I say nobody cares, sadly, it's just a feeling that I have. It's not resentment. It's more like sadness.
Depression. It's my depression.
When I was a fool, right?
It's my depression. I have depression, stupid.
Saying controversial, dumb shit constantly, right? All that stuff. That's when I was at the height of my popularity.
Dude, you made your bed, now lie in it. Shut the fuck up.
12 years ago, you know, 2011, 2012, when I was getting insane views on YouTube, I think things could have been a lot different. Because what ended up happening was I got known as that clown.
You are that clown.
Who sucked at games.
You do suck at games. You don't appreciate your audience. You don't do the right stuff. You do squander all of that.
Yeah, I mean, to some extent, I do look back and I have to agree with that. Now, the thing is, I have no aspirations to be some giant celebrity.
Pause. He has no aspirations.
Like I'm very
Pause.
happy with where I am. But, I mean, it stands to reason. Let's be honest.
Let's
Take
be
a look at
honest.
where I am in Street Fighter. Take a look at where I am in Elden Ring. Take a look at what I just did in Riven last night. Can you name one other content creator who just did that in 2 days?
What? Oh my
All
God,
that shit, a
Phil.
variety of challenging content in 2 fucking days
Oh.
back to back.
No way.
If someone else who was notable did it, it would be like the talk of the town. Oh my
What?
God, this guy's like one of the best gamers.
What?
You believe that he fucking got, you know, this crazy streak of high-end gameplay in Street Fighter 6. Then he beat Don legit in Elden Ring. Then he fucking did this crazy Codex thing in Riven. And it's all on stream live. It's all legit. It's not like he faked it. You know, that's the kind of shit you hear someone faked it, right?
What? Dude!
You know?
What do you mean?
Darksyde Phil.
Get the fuck off your own
Nobody cares.
dick, dude. It doesn't work.
Again, it's
Your
not
dick
that
doesn't
nobody cares.
work,
That's a
man.
close
Don't you get it?
exaggeration. Because it's Darksyde Phil who did it. It doesn't mean anything.
No,
right?
it doesn't
It's
mean
just
anything because it's nothing to fucking mean anything at all. It's just a fucking video game.
Right.
What?
There's no space.
And that's sad, because again, 12 years ago,
You're sad.
everyone would have been talking about it.
Oh
on YouTube.
my
They would've been
God,
like,
dude.
Wow, this guy is crazy. Look at all this crazy stuff he's doing, right? Yes, hundreds of streamers have beaten Radon Crema Coco, and how many of them did it legit? How many of them did it legit without summoning or you know, broken build stuff, right? I'm not saying it's not a lot, probably still hundreds, but I'm one of them, right? I'm literally one of them that did it legit. That's an accomplishment in itself. And then how many of them were playing at master level and doing well in Street Fighter 6? And how many of them did a crazy... That's what I'm saying, like, it's just like back to back to back. Cool high-level stuff I've been doing in games recently.
From beyond.
But no one will ever talk about it. Oh, it's not a big deal. All right, well, fair enough. Right? Fair enough. Yes, you're saying Kai Sennett did it. That's right. Yeah, Kai Sennett. And people said he did it in 99 hours. I did it in 5.5.
It's 5.5 hours, my dude. Are
By
you
the way,
serious?
I had like 400 people on stream, half of which were all talking shit constantly.
Oh my God.
People screaming, just change your build, change your build, change your build.
He did change his build.
What the fuck? Shut up.
You shut up.
No, I'm
No.
gonna treat him like this. I'm
You're
learning.
such a
I'm getting better.
dumbass.
Why are you screaming at me to change my
You're
build?
such a
it's not
pussy.
like, you know, Kai's on a stream. He probably has 40,000 people all cheering for him.
Oh
right?
my God, the
Everyone's
jealousy.
excited. Everyone's all pumped for it and shit. And for me, it's kind of like, I always feel like I'm fighting a battle, but it's just for myself. Because let's be honest, if I didn't beat Radon, who would have cared?
Nobody cares either way,
You
dude.
know?
Don't you get
But
it?
It's fine. I understand.
Nobody
I'm not
cares
who I
either
used
way.
to be, that's for sure. It's
Nobody
just kinda
cares
like,
either way.
You gotta accept it. You gotta. It's
Once you
resignation.
accept it,
Yeah, it is what it is.
it'll
If
be
this
better
happened
for
12
it.
years ago, things would have been very different. But it's just, you know, 12 years ago, I was an idiot.
You're still an idiot. You're still
Right?
a
I was a complete
fucking
moron.
idiot. You're still a
And I acted like a
complete
fool.
moron.
And I didn't take a look at industry changes coming, and I didn't want to listen
Oh
to
my
feedback
God.
to improve, and I didn't want to listen to what my fans were telling me. I did a bunch of stuff that was wrong
Oh my God.
if I wanted to grow or at least stay where I was, right? And then
Wow.
I just had a big string of bad luck
Big string of phlegm too.
when it came to becoming kind of a negative meme on the internet, and it's all history now. You know what I mean? It's all
Is it?
history.
Is it?
So
You sure it's history?
I'm kind of like, I've accepted all of it. You know, at 42, I'm happy.
How many times has he
we
mentioned he's
are.
42?
I like the fact that we have a good time together no matter what I play. But it does, I mean, like to give you some perspective.
Stop crying.
Even in the last 10 years, you know, when I was playing Bloodborne, when I was playing
I've never met
Dark
such a
Souls 2 and
bitch.
3, when I was playing those games, it had a big fight feel.
Oh, a
That's-
big
I guess
fight
that's
feel.
the best way to describe
What
it.
the
It
fuck?
had a big those events had a big fight feel
Huh?
to them. Now I don't really get that anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's like nah. Like when I was fighting the epic bosses
A
in those
big
games, it was like, oh,
fight
everyone's gonna be on stream,
feel?
everyone wants to see it. Then it's like, I beat him. It's no big deal.
Kind of like,
And that kind of sucks. I wish that there was a better feeling of hype
What?
and a better feeling of excitement behind this stuff. But I don't really get it anymore. I
Nobody
it's
gives two
because, number one,
shits
I've been
about
doing
you.
this for 16 years, and number two, because let's be honest, I just don't get that level of positivity behind me anymore. You know, yes, there are people rooting for me, and I'm happy that I have the small positive fan base that I have. But it does kind of suck. If I had quit on Radon and said I'm not doing it, that would have been news. But because I
No,
beat him
people
legit,
people laugh at you either way,
5.5
moron.
hours, that will never be news, right? So I think you understand where I'm coming from now, right? If I rage quit Street Fighter 6 and have a bad day, that's news. If I play the best stream I've ever done in Street Fighter 6, getting crazy wins, getting to over 1,600 ranking points, that's not news.
You didn't gain 1,600 ranking points, dumbass.
Everyone just wants the toxic and the negative. No one cares about the positive.
You didn't gain 1,600 ranking points. What are you talking about? Why is he lying again?
That crowd. I want more of that crowd. And sadly,
why does he have to lie about fucking everything?
These days, because there are people who root against me rather than for me.
Oh my god, dude.
You know?
That's frustrating, he says.
But I guess that's life.
It is life, so shut up about it. Haha, I'm such a moron and everybody hates me.
What's the saying? You either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become a villain.
What?
So
what?
I used to be the hero everyone rooted for.
What?
And now I'm still around. I'm still resilient. I'm still making content. I'm literally doing.
He doesn't even get that say. Oh my god, he doesn't even. He's not even using that saying properly.
Now everyone just sees me as the guy to root against.
He's literally not even using that saying properly. I mean, that's peak DSP right there. That's fucking peak DSP right there.
I don't necessarily want to be the villain, but it seems like that's the role.
That's.
that life is giving you. And so,
there's no way he could.
I guess you roll with it. But
no way he can be that stupid.
I'm not gonna be.
He's Wingo level fucking stupid, man. That's bad.
Playing up that, I'm not gonna be Mr. Drama. I'm not gonna be some guy who becomes a heinous person.
He's not gonna be Mr. Drama.
And, I'm not gonna do that. I could. People told me to do that ages ago, and I was like, nah.
Nah.
I am who I am. I'm not gonna become one of these people who's just a toxic jerk. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna stick to where I am. Again, I'm happy where I am. It's just crazy to me because this really have been a couple intense days. Super intense day of Street Fighter, intense day of Elden Ring, and then at the same time, one of the craziest puzzles I've ever solved in a video game.
You're playing a video game.
Like, that codex was seriously tough to figure out. And then it's like, no one cares. No one's even saying a word about it.
You're playing a video game.
What are people talking about? That a pro wrestler, Mansoor, tagged me on Twitter.
That's hilarious.
Ooh, wow. What an amazing accomplishment, right? Like, what? Well, that's real news, huh?
Well, it's more news than whatever the fuck you're talking about, dumbass.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever's right.
Oh no, I know, and I'm not shit talking Mansoor. He's a great guy. He was actually very nice. He actually quoted a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, he quoted the crouch jump from Black Mesa playthrough. He quoted the song "Do You Call My Name" by from Ra, who was the song I used to use in my Hateful Truth reviews. So he's actually a legit fan, which is nice to know that I actually have legit fans out there who probably are the silent majority. People who are my fans don't.
The silent majority.
Insane people.
Oh.
Around me who's positive. So I get that. I really do.
I don't think so. I don't think you do. I don't think you get it at all.
All right. Well, guys, that's that. I think we covered the topics. We talked about the schedule. We talked about politics. And we talked about Elden Ring and Riven. Ending of Riven was great. I hope that you'll check it out if you like old school stuff. I hope that they remake the other games because there were 4 of them, I think, in that series. I'd like to play the future ones too. So, okay. I'm going to go put this pen back on my desk. I noticed it here, and then we're going to do shout-outs. Okay?
Wow. Are you laughing? Oh, he's in sweatpants. Good job. Sweatpants kind of day, Phil. Time to get jiggy with it. Shake your fupa. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake that fupa. Yeah, fucking what the hell, man? Loser.
Okay, so let's do some shout outs now, guys. As you know, today's React Day.
Oh, here we go. It's the beg. Early beg.
I aim for a certain level of support, $50 of tips. We're gonna, after this podcast ends, we're gonna head over to the React show. I hope that you guys will support the show. Last week, sadly, was very low support on the React show.
Sadly, says. Wasn't sad at all. Shut up. People were happy.
On it, so I don't know if anything caused it or not. But if you like the content, please support it. Anything you contribute right now during the podcast counts towards that show. So it'd be great if you could. All right, please
great
support if you can.
Please support.
All right,
shout out.
We start off today.
Please.
With Avarice, 9 months as a member, says thank you for never quitting and always leading us. There you go.
My God.
Yes, I will never quit on you like Joe Biden.
Oh my God.
What a thing to be saying.
Yeah.
But it's literally true.
It's not.
That's the thing. It's actually true.
Oh my god.
Anyway, Farch did a couple of super chats.
Farch, of
His
course.
first super chat
Phil's
says, I support
favorite.
DS Politics. It's good content. Well, I don't have DS Politics or anything like that yet. Maybe one day I will. But as of now, I do not. And then Farch did a second super chat. He said, Biden has announced Kamala will be running. Wrong. He said, he endorsed Kamala as the candidate. That doesn't mean she's going to be the official candidate of the Democratic Party. It just means that's his personal choice. Rich88, 11 months as a member, says the last president to not run for re-election was Lyndon B. Johnson. I do feel like that's crazy, right? It's true. I mean, you know how long ago that was?
Oh my
Pretty
god.
insane. This is
When's the last time a president was impeached, Phil?
And then
Oh,
Abdullah,
right.
super chat. Will React Day ever go away? I feel like it takes an entire day away from gaming. I wonder if it will become a gaming day or a second day off for you during the week.
Banned.
That's the point.
Banned.
The point of React Day is to break up the gaming. If I just do gaming every day, it starts to feel a little stale.
Banned.
Doing the React stuff breaks it up, gives us variety. Now I have people who come to my different channels for different things.
Pause. It's got people who come. I doubt that. Well,
channels now,
actually.
Both
Derek,
on React
OIC,
and on the Throwback
672,
channel, and it's working.
all
That's
those
why I
freaks.
do it. If I noticed that there was going to be a big drop off or whatever, I would stop. But no, it's consistent. It's consistent.
Consistent money.
And by the way, next month there will be more reacting because
We know you're
there'll be
reacting
more
to
reacting 'cause
drama.
next month I'm going to react to the Review Tech USA documentary by June the King, and then I'm going to be reacting to my own documentary by June the King. So there's going to be a lot more reacting next month.
lot more.
Notably because there's no new games until the 20th, so I'll try to, hopefully I'll get all that in before then, but we don't know exactly when those documentaries are releasing. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Okay, so Abdullah, thank you for that super chat. And then Abdullah re-upped his membership for 20 months. It says, we need Street Fighter 6 today. No, we certainly do not. I was so beat on Friday from playing it all day. I'm happy I'm taking these several days away, but it will return on Tuesday night. And then Bloom gets into the super chat. Phil for president 2024. Absolutely not. Maybe someday.
Oh my god.
Maybe I will run for president.
Could you
What do
imagine?
think? I mean, let's be honest. If Donald Trump can become president with all the controversy he's been through, which is way more serious than anything I've ever been through, and if
yeah.
Joe Biden can be president and he's not even, like, mentally sound to be a human, I'm pretty sure I can.
Not even mentally sound to be a human, says the
All
alien.
I need is about, I don't know, a few
$50,000
$100 million in campaign
No, you need
funding
50,000 signatures, or
to run an
5,000, I
actual
think.
Campaign,
Like, you don't even
because
need,
no one
need
will
that
actually
much.
know who I am or see the campaign unless I become rich.
Oh my
So I
god.
just need to become rich. Does anyone know how to do that? Anyone know how to?
Oh no. Hint, hint. Hint, hint.
Anyone
hint,
actually
hint.
know what I could do to
Hint, hint, hint.
become rich so I could run for president?
Guys, hint. Hint, hint.
I have to leave the house more than once a week. Actually, that's not true. That's not true at all. I could do it all from right here. I would be the first
my
president
God.
in American history to run the country
To never
from
leave his fucking room.
office.
Yeah, you never
I
leave
would
your room.
live stream myself everywhere. I would just get a more patriotic background. We get some flags and shit back here. But it would
Man,
be
he's
perfect.
daydreaming. Look, he's salivating at the idea. That's just horrible.
Live over the internet, President Burnell.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, you don't want me and Trump debating would be great because we would get into a giant insult match. He would
Oh
hit
my
low
God.
and he would say all the horrible things that everyone knows about me, and then I would bring up all the horrible shit about him. It would just be
Like
the
what?
biggest crazy
Like
bluster
what,
match
Phil?
ever.
Say it. Say it.
That'd
Like
be
what?
Great.
Like what, Phil? Like what horrible thing?
All right. So anyway, thank you all there for your shout outs. I received no tips whatsoever today.
So?
None. Zero.
So?
I have nothing to shout out there. Sadly,
Sadly.
but I hope that I will hit the $50.
Oh my god, dude, you just started! You just started your fucking stream. Why would you hit $50, man? You just started. Why would you hit $50 or whatever? You literally just started. What the fuck is wrong with you? What is he doing right now? Oh my god, Phil. Phil, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to see if there's any official word
Word?
about MVC. There's not.
There's not. There is not. god, this is what the fuck, man. This is what the fuck. This is the definition of it right now.
Still looking, nothing. Damn it, man. Give us the information about MVC. Give us the MVC collection information right now. I demand it. I want
the
MVC
baby. Listen to Baby
now.
Burnell.
I want it. I want to play it. I want to make tons
of money.
Of content of it.
That's right.
I'm ready.
Money.
My week is ready. Like, there's really nothing going on
My-
this week. It's the return
my
of Fallout.
anus is ready.
This is the week would be perfect if MVC.
My
dropped
anus is
tonight.
ready.
Tomorrow I would play it. I'm serious. Tomorrow's schedule would change.
Oh my
I would
God.
play the MVC collection.
Man, he's about to come. Somebody fucking
tonight,
stop him.
Tomorrow, excuse me.
Somebody stop
I'm
Phil.
ready
He's about
for
to
it. Are
fucking.
you? I'm ready.
He's about to
I want
coom.
the versus games in my
Stop.
life.
Stop.
I
He's
wanna
about to
play them on
come.
PC with
Stop.
my Victrix. I want to show you epic
No.
gameplay, combos,
No.
cool knowledge of
No.
all the things that I know about the game.
No.
I want it.
No.
If it dropped right now, would I scrap the React Day? No. We're already in the midst of React Day. We're not going to change that. But tomorrow,
He would scrap the
change
React Day.
Immediately, we would be playing
But he
it
changed tomorrow though, for sure. What?
Immediately.
Huh?
That's right.
Huh?
As your
Oh,
future
no.
presidential candidate, I demand, I don't request, I demand that they drop the MVC collection right now, this very moment. And then we could all have epic versus gameplay.
Epic
all
gay
day
times
week
with Phil
long,
Burnell.
Right? I demand it. Hold on. As your evil psycho power dictator of Shadaloo, I demand
What?
Capcom drop the MVC
That's what you're
collection
gonna get if you vote for
right
Phil.
now.
You're gonna get
Do
fucking
it
Hitler
now.
Phil. That's what you're gonna get.
Or else you're going to make me upset.
You're gonna, yeah,
You
he's
wouldn't like
gonna,
me when I'm
it's
upset.
gonna fire up the
Because
ovens.
I'm very whiny and annoying when I'm upset.
Well, you're whiny and annoying all the
Okay?
time, dude.
I demand it. For God's sakes, drop that game now. Stop holding off. No one needs you to hold off. Stop edging us.
Yeah,
Okay.
edging. Oh my god.
All right.
Oh my god.
Does anyone have any topics they'd like to talk about today?
Oh my god.
Anything interesting?
Oh my god. He literally said, "Stop edging us." Oh my god.
Oh, do they really? Abdullah says they now have limited editions of the Victrix Pro FS. So one of it has King of Fighter characters like Tyrion and Iori, and they have a new version with Akuma. That's cool. Although honestly, I like this one. I like that it's white because it's generic and it kind of applies to anything. I also like the color change feature because I
The
used
color
to have
change
joysticks that were character branded. They were nice, but then what happens when you don't care about that character anymore, or that game's not prominent anymore? Now your stick is like outdated. So
Oh
I
my
actually
god, dude.
prefer
Dude, your
generic, but I
sticks
really
don't
like
last.
this.
You
I'm
threw them
happy.
away.
Thank you so much again to the person who donated this. This week with this stick has been amazing. As
Wow.
you see, I've done the best Street Fighter
He's
6 gameplay
cummed
I've
on
done. I
that
did
stick
the
already
this
like
week.
20 times, so
Thank you so very much.
your gift is well appreciated, Denson.
Excuse me.
Yeah, bro, a nice fat burp for you.
Spawn Killer did a super chat. He says, what was worse, the PlayStation Move or the Xbox Kinect? Well, see, it depends. If you're talking functionality, it was the Kinect. The Kinect barely worked at any form or function. Like, you would try to use it, half the time it wouldn't track you properly. So actually trying to play games on that thing was a nightmare. But at the same time,
Feels a nightmare.
even though the PS Move looked better, even though the PS Move controlled much better, when you use the Move controllers, you actually could do more, and it would work better with games. It did look like you were holding two giant swollen testicles. So, would you rather actually waggle around with motion controls that don't work, or would you rather look like you're giving two handies at the same time? So, it's your pick. I guess pick your poison. But definitely the PS Move worked better. All right? Okay.
I'm just annoyed at this point. This isn't
Did
funny.
PS Move actually
This
have
is
any
just
good
annoying.
games to use with it? I played a bunch of them, but I couldn't tell you. You'd have to go back and look at my PS Move catalog of playthroughs.
Yeah, you'd have to
Nothing
go
really
back and
comes to
look.
mind.
I'm not gonna
Like,
do
some of the
shit
games,
for
I know,
you.
for example, was it Mag?
Mag? Was it Mag?
And it wasn't very good. So
Was it very good?
Because there were some games you would actually have the whole rifle, and you would put the PS Move controller in the rifle, and so you would use the rifle to play.
Whoa, we have used a
Even then,
rifle?
it didn't necessarily
My
control
God.
any better than the controller.
My God,
you know?
Phil. Have to use a rifle? My God.
No, I have not heard that song, Generation Z. I don't listen to modern music.
Of course he
Happy
doesn't.
Sunday to you.
Of course, Phil doesn't let him
Was it SOCOM 4? Is that what used the gun? Because I had the giant gun. I bought it and
Oh,
everything.
listen
I
to
don't
water
remember what the games
music.
were that I
Oh my
used it.
god. Fucking caveman over here. What the fuck? He doesn't listen. Just listen to modern music. Oh my god.
How's the weather? Much cooler today.
How's the weather,
It will still
Phil?
be in the 80s today, but
Hey,
with the
Phil,
cloud
how's
cover,
the weather,
it's staying
Phil?
much cooler outside.
How's the weather
You're
up there?
by like 5 to 6 p.m. The
Says
sun
Dan
will be
Half a
out and
Man.
It'll be 80 again.
How's the
But then
weather
starting
up there, Phil?
tomorrow,
You're so tall.
It's gonna cool down for a
Can,
straight
can
5
you
days.
put
It'll
your
only be in
dick
the
on my head,
70s.
please?
So
Thank you.
hopefully we'll get
Thank you
some
very much.
actual
Sounds
better weather
good.
now.
Smells good, too.
Yes, Mark, I know SVC Chaos released on Steam yesterday and it's coming to consoles later this week. Sadly, that game's not good. Just to forewarn everyone, if you saw the announcement for SVC Chaos, SNK versus Capcom Chaos, that game is not good. It was released and it flopped. No one liked it. Tournaments really weren't even held for it. The reason they're doing it is to build on hype. Like I said, I really feel strongly that today they're going to announce the MVC Collection's release date, and it might even be this week. And because of that, they wanted to announce SVC Chaos a couple days early. So that way people got hyped for it first and maybe bought the PC version first to play it before. Because when MVC Collection comes out, that's all anyone's going to play. Okay, so, yeah.
He's so definitive with
SVC
his
Chaos
answers.
is not a good game. It's
Like,
fun because
Phil knows the truth, nobody else
drawn
does.
in the SNK style,
He's the only one who knows
which
the
is very
truth.
unique, but the game plays horribly. It's not a good playing game.
Man, Burnell said so.
Yeah, it's made by SNK. SVC Chaos is made by SNK, so it's kind of like a hybrid of King of Fighters and a little bit of Street Fighter element, but it does not play like Street Fighter, and that's why it's not very good. No, it's not. It's unpolished. It's freaking unbalanced. Like there's a few characters that are insanely broken that just destroy everybody else in the game.
Oh my god.
And it doesn't play soundly like a Street Fighter game. There's a lot of wonkiness to it.
Play soundly.
To give you perspective, Capcom versus SNK 2 is the best straight up crossover game ever made. And then SVC Chaos is like way inferior but came out after.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the one Evil Ken came from. That's correct. Yeah, Zero. So Zero, who went on to be very famous from Ultimate World vs. Capcom 3, he actually debuted as a fighting game in SVC Chaos, and he's literally the best character in the game. He's unstoppable. Like, he just cuts through everything. It's ridiculous. Like, he's not even balanced as a fighting game character. There's no reason for him to be in it. They put him in so broken. Like, what did you do?
God.
Okay, I did actually get
Oh, I got some
a
money.
tip.
Oh, I got some money.
I got
Money,
a
money,
$1.25
money.
tip from Mr. Puffy Nipples. I remember when the PS move came out, you played PlayStation Champions and you were drunk.
The
It was
fucking
hilarious.
names these
I don't
guys
remember that at
have,
all.
man.
Maybe we should watch that someday. You guys remember that? I don't remember that. PlayStation Champions? What? And I was
Oh my
drunk?
God. Wow. Ho 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 ho. So happy.
I totally don't remember that.
Of course you don't. You were drunk, dumbass. You just said so. Oh my God, he's so dumb. Oh.
Yes, the MVC collection has full online for all of the games in the collection. They all can be played online. Yes, I would love to see a Capcom versus SNK game, a new one. That would be awesome. Do I think Sonic Cross Shadow will be better than Sonic Frontiers? You know, I don't know, but I mean, Sonic Generations is a great game.
Of course it is. He loves the Sonic
it's
games.
Still gonna be good, right?
He's a big fan.
Wade Mills says if they hold an online MVC1 tournament in the future, would we be interested? And would you say Wolverine is a better character than Strider in MVC1? Would I be interested? Depends on so many factors. Like, for example, how is the online play? Is there a vibrant community of people playing?
Is there a vibrant community?
You know,
how
like,
vibrant
would I like
is
to
the
play
community?
Again in Marvel 1 competitively? Sure.
If it's just slightly
Is it
vibrant,
viable?
he's not
I
interested.
have no idea. We have to see how the game sells. If it picks up and, you know, are there enough people playing it? Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. So, plus, how's the netcode? You don't know.
The
right?
netcode. Oh no. The
Is
Cannon
Wolverine
Brothers
better than
strike again.
Strider? No. Hands down, 100% Strider Hiryu is the top character in MVC1. When he has literally the best priority normals, a combo that does insane damage that builds his meter, and then when he uses the super, he's invincible, essentially. You can't hit him, and then he can just build meter and do it again ad nauseum. Like, he's literally the most broken character in any versus game. MVC1 Strider is just broken to shit. That's
You
why
think they might have rebalanced him?
And made it so
Or
that
no?
his barrier
No?
isn't
Probably
nearly
not,
as
eh?
effective. Or else
Nah,
he'd be
probably
invincible.
not.
He's pretty much invincible. A good player, a good Strider player, cannot be hit. There's just no clean way to hit him at all. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Sure is ridiculous, Phil. Sure is. That meaty snort.
Who would be my vice president if I were elected president of
Stop.
the USA? Moist Critical. He would be my vice president.
Oh my god, oh.
He's the hype man. There you go. No, I never played Tatsunoko versus Capcom. I'm well aware of what it is, but I never played it. Heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The ticket is picked. The ticket is selected. Meatball Mania says, I vote that ticket. Well, get the word out.
I'd love to see what
That's great.
Mr. Charlie would say about it. I think he'd probably love to rip you an asshole for that one, Phil. I mean, I'm not a Moisty fan, but I don't dislike him either, and I don't think he'd be
All right, guys, any last
the
minute stuff
vice.
to
I
talk
think he'd
about?
be the
'Cause we do have to
president.
switch over.
You'd be like
Show.
the vice president. Be the guy
Mark, you
picking
just
up
heard the
the
news
shit.
about Biden?
Basically.
Yeah. It happened right at the beginning of my show. Like, literally as I was starting up the podcast, it happened.
Look at that swaying. Why does he sway like that? With that face. Look at that face. I hate that face he does.
No, they're never going to make Evil Within 3. That's all done. The studio doesn't exist anymore, dude.
Didn't
The studio's
somebody
been
buy the
disbanded.
rights,
They're
dude?
never making another one.
Maybe somebody bought the right, dude.
Derek, I have no idea what you're talking about. Derek, you literally said, I did want to let you know that just to let you know. You didn't say what you're letting me know. So I have no idea what you're letting me know because you didn't tell me what you're letting me know.
You're fucking stupid, Derek. You fucking freak.
Yeah, Evil Within was owned by Tango Gameworks. That was the Shinji Mikami company, and they went out of business. They were let go. Remember? This just happened.
Okay. You remember? Remember, guys? Remember?
I'm seriously all day I'm going to be opening my phone, checking for news to see if they dropped the MVC collection.
You suck,
All
Phil.
day I'm going to be doing this.
It's a very genuine laugh. Ha ha. Very genuine.
I don't know why I keep checking.
Because you're a moron.
I don't know why. Because I'm a fool.
You are a fool, exactly. You got it. You got it. You fucking got it.
I played every Versus games in the 1990. Every single one of them. They were all hot new releases at my arcade, and I played every one of them tons. So I know all about them. The one that I know the least about is X-Men Children of the Atom, only because at that point they weren't competitive yet. That game was okay, but it plays very slow. Marvel Superheroes got way better and has tons of combos and fun stuff. And then they started the actual Versus games after that, and that's when they really get good. Yeah, I know. Is it sad that my most hyped new game release is the Marvel vs. Capcom collection? It seriously is. Like, I'm so hyped for it. I can't wait to play it. And it's like, why is that my most hyped game release?
Oh my god, I hate him so much, man.
That's sad. Is it sad? Yeah. I mean, at the same time, it's good to have something. But what's your most anticipated game of the year? Is it any of these big AAA releases and giant games? No, it's a collection of classic fighters from the 90s. That's my favorite game, right? No, I didn't quit playing Stardew Valley. I don't know why anyone would be saying that. We're playing it tomorrow night.
Bill? Burno?
Wow, I was about to adjourn and I received a $2 tip.
Wow, I received a $2 tip. Wow.
It's Debo. I would love to be your running mate.
Oh my god. Can these guys
No.
get any gayer?
I've already chosen my running mate. It's too late. It's too late for you, Debo. But thank you for the $2 tip. Okay. All right, guys, we got to adjourn so I can get the React show going. Thank you for watching. What a wild podcast. Let's hope that the announcement comes through today, and tomorrow we'll be playing the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. I would be super stoked if that's the case. I would be so excited. So I hope that it comes
I hope
through.
it does
We'll
it.
see.
I hope it really
In the
does it.
meantime, please be safe. Have a happy Sunday.
Be
Hopefully
safe.
I'll see you for the React stuff. If not, I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.
Peace out. Why be
Okay.
safe, man? What are you
Let's get
talking
set
about?
up for the React show, guys.
Guys.
I ran late. I don't know why. I lost track of time.
Man, that voice.
I'm just an old fool.
You
Sorry
are.
about
Stop
that.
saying it.
Get everything set up here.
The fuck you sound like that?
Excuse me.
Gross.
Is that centered? Yes. Yeah, it actually is. And let's get the logo. And let's test pop-ups, which I don't think are going to work. They'll probably make me log in again, I bet. Let's test it.
Meaningful content. This is
Well,
meaningful
considering I
content.
just clicked on everything, it froze. They're probably going to make me log in again. Whole thing's freezing. I've seen clips of Third Strike at EVO. That's all I've seen. And the Third Strike gameplay at EVO was insane. Like, super duper high level shit, which is awesome to see that game played like that. On work. Oh my god, it's all frozen. It won't work. Load. Work.
Feels angry. You wouldn't like him when he's angry.
God.
So you probably wouldn't like him
Fuck this. I'll open a new
when he's
tab.
not angry either. And it's a situation where anybody could like Phil.
Yeah, I knew it. It wasn't logged in. I knew it. I knew that was going to happen.
I need silver and I don't
Okay.
know what else.
All right, here we go. That's why I wanted to update or load this now before we started. No, it's not working. Seriously?
And
Why did it
iron.
not just work? Back pop up. Okay, hold on.
Not sure if I have any more silver. We'll have to go get more. We're about to go
Just had to
into the
refresh it.
human village
Yeah.
to buy a bunch of shit. Whole whack of it.
Yep, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Not that anyone's gonna tip. I'm gonna be honest. There's been almost no support
Oh my god,
for
Phil.
reacting recently on,
Shut
on
up.
this show, I should say, not on the throwback. Throwback's been doing really good, but for some reason, the clip show. I hope that we get support today. Obviously, I would like to hit the $50 tips goal today for the React show. It'd be nice if that were possible.
Oh,
Please
this
support
piece
the
of
show
shit.
Today, guys. Okay.
Please
All right,
support,
I'm gonna
guys.
shut down the
Okay?
stream. It's gonna
Please
send you
support,
over to
guys.
the other channel. All right, and I will see you over there for DSP versus the internet. Sound good?
Sound good?
I hope so. And I want to say
Sound
thank you
good?
all.
Sounds good to me.
Great podcast. This
Great
morning.
podcast. Great
And,
podcast.
see you over on the other channel. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Love the random mumbles. Power cores. Let's see. 4 flawless emerald. Let's go get them. We also need to make a silver resistance potion, a better one. Just flawless emerald and what else? Shit. Damn. Oh yeah, power core. And to make the power core, we need these green thingies. These thingies. We're out of machine parts. Gonna need to get more of those. There you go. Power cores. Give me 8. I'm gonna have 10. I think I need 12. Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane. I don't think I have any more either. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. Oh damn. I'll double check, but I'm like 90% sure I don't. Yeah, I don't. Alright, Plague Briar. I already cut those ones up. Only have 3 left here. Fuck. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Oh. Well, that's interesting. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So anything over 5, I think, starts to give me issues. Anything over 500. So specific. I literally can't carry anymore. Machine parts. Machine parts and sulfur. Hmm. I still have time, but I need to hurry. Fuck off, dudes. That's right. That's right! Come on, gotta hurry up. Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my fucking wow. Damn, dude. Also gonna need to drink some blood. Any blood will do for now. Come on, let's get out of here. Almost done. Forward, not backwards. What the fuck? Seriously? Fucking assholes. well to run by these guys. Dude, come on. Be like that.
Sanguine regeneration.
I turn human here, and I go in the sun. Yeah, it does. It reveals me from in the sun. Damn it, dude. Just need to leave. Need them to leave me alone for a minute. Oh my fucking Jesus, dude. Oh.
Assert my ethereal bond. Come back to me.
Oh. Damn it.
Bend to my will. Return to me, my steed.
Fighting off harpies. And that's so much damage.
Slightly late start. I had to wait because Jasper was in the hallway, and he was so hyper.
Oh
All
no.
right, that he wouldn't stop running, and like he had, what do they call it, zoomies? He just kept flying up and down the hallway.
The cat.
And
Oh my god.
I knew if I opened the door, he was gonna run in.
Cat
So I was
zoomies?
waiting for my wife to
No
go downstairs
way.
so he would follow her. So she just went down, and he followed her down so that I could finally come back in. I was like, oh, I'm a prisoner. I'm stuck. I can't go into my own office.
Dude's the
Okay, guys.
actual definition of a loser.
Welcome to the show.
Like the for real
Welcome to
definition.
DSP versus the Internet, episode 74, I believe, correct? We're getting up there. Wow. We're
Wow.
really getting up there in the episode
Wow.
numbers.
Really ain't up
And, I
there,
hope
guys.
that you
Wow.
guys are ready to chill
Oh my god.
and watch me react to some clips from all over the internet.
ready to
as submitted
chill?
By you, the viewers. That's what the show is all about. We're going to have a fun afternoon together of watching a good variety
Fun afternoon.
of clips and content
Get
here.
your dicks out.
I hope that you guys are ready to chill. And if you're not, you're in the wrong place, because
Oh
that's
my
what it's going to
God.
be. Me watching all these different clips and and seeing what they're all about. Now, just to forewarn everyone.
No
all right,
forewarning.
there's probably
please.
going to be a good amount of political clips in here because of all the stuff going on right now. We had a failed assassination attempt against a presidential candidate and stuff like that. There's definitely going to be politics involved in what people want me to watch.
What does he
That's
say?
okay.
A presidential candidate.
Overload. I don't think it's too much this week. It's a balance.
Say
so that's
Trump.
fine.
You don't say you say a presidential candidate. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, now, guys, remember how the show works?
I need
basically
money.
Do 20 to 30 minute segments.
I need
and then we'll
money.
Split parts. So
I need money.
6-part show for those who watch on demand. Now, FYI.
I need money.
1 second. FYI.
I need money.
If you happen to contribute
I need money.
to any of to anything, super chats, memberships, tips,
Tips.
anything, I will give you a shout out between the parts. So if you contribute now, I'll give you a shout out after this first part ends. Okay? It would be greatly appreciated to have some support. Last week.
Oh my gosh. I didn't get money last week, so give me money this week. Sound good?
Appreciated. My goal is to hit 50 bucks in tips by the end of the stream. So if you contribute, that would be great. We get that right away. Then take my mind off of it. We can focus solely
Oh
on
my
the
god,
show.
take my mind off of it.
Nice. Thank you in
Grow the
advance.
fuck up. Get a real
Anyone who
job, you
supports
fucking
the show.
pig.
Okay. Let's get started.
Why would you pay anybody before they did a service for you? I don't get it. Right? He's a monkey. You should be dancing for his pennies, his shekels.
All right, begin. Hello, everyone. Phil
Hello,
here.
everyone.
Welcome back to DSP versus
Hello,
Internet,
everyone.
episode 74 for July 21st, 2024. As always, a wide variety of clips have been submitted for this week's show.
Wide variety
that I'll
of
be watching and
anus.
reacting to. Thank you to everyone who supports this channel. Ultra members go first, and we watch all of their videos guaranteed. And then the submissions here will go into a randomized playlist that we will watch at the end of the show. So, thanks so very much. We've got a good variety of stuff this week. The middle of the summer,
God, what a
and thanks to everyone who continues to hang out with me here live on stream as well. Let us begin. I am not shocked
If I want to carry that.
at all that the first video this week is about last week's failed assassination attempt
Oh
against
no.
Donald Trump.
Oh no.
Let's go.
A shooter fired multiple shots at former President Donald Trump in an assassination attempt at a rally in Pennsylvania. One of the bullets struck Trump in the ear, causing him to quickly take cover behind the podium. We can see within 3 seconds the first line of Secret Service defense jumped into the line of fire, creating a shield around him with their bodies. This is not a political video. The purpose of this is to examine the assassination attempt using open source intelligence methods and expert analysis from law enforcement officers. Lieutenant Tim...
What, let's see. Task and Purpose. I've never heard of this channel. I was just curious, like, what kind of a channel this is.
Just watch the video, dude.
Task and Purpose. Here we go. Doesn't say.
Watch
I wanted
the
to see if
video,
it had, like, a
dumbass.
description. It doesn't say.
Oh my god.
You got, of course, you got tons of views on the video, right?
Oh, of
Okay.
course, the jealousy
Dick
comes
Miller,
out
retired
early.
law enforcement officer who has extensive experience, having worked 5 presidential details in the past, said this on X. They basically
X.
formed a bulletproof barrier around him. They didn't let him stand up until after they knew the shooter was down. They would have gotten communications through their radio devices in their earpieces, confirming this. At this moment, the agents are not just protecting Trump, but they're also checking his body for additional injuries and assessing his condition to see if he's ambulatory or not, to see if he can move on his own. Because when someone's adrenaline is pumping, shock can prevent them from knowing if they have multiple injuries.
I guess that's
It's
true.
actually not
Yeah.
their job to return fire immediately.
God.
And that's because, meanwhile, the Secret Service counter sniper team, located here on this rooftop, returned fire within moments and eliminated the gunman here 130 meters away with a shot to the head. About 16 seconds after the shooting first started,
There is
the
no space
final
in my
gunshot can
inventory.
be heard, presumably from the counter sniper team. Tim McMillan put it this way, saying, quote, "People have wondered, how could the counter snipers in the video not have seen the would-be assassin prior to him getting off a shot? This is because the area of responsibility for those counter snipers on the roof behind Trump was very likely in the extended tier. Essentially, they were scanning for threats a great distances well beyond the roughly 150 meters the threat appeared. This is evidenced by the fact that the elevated counter sniper has to dramatically drop his line of sight to respond to the shooter. 27 seconds after the first shot was fired, we see the next line of defense reach their positions. members of the Secret Service more heavily armed counter-assault team, seen here in full black uniform, sporting SR-16 suppressed rifles, established a security perimeter on the stage. They're looking for potential threats that are close quarters. We can see them scanning the up-close rows of the crowd.
I don't
from
get why it
0
doesn't
to
reset.
100 meters, because they know the counter-sniper teams are scanning for threats beyond 100 meters. We can see the agents in multicam set up security facing the rear, which shows the tactical discipline of this team, because not every single agent is facing the direction of the incoming fire. There's a natural tendency in human beings to key in on and get tunnel vision on the direction where shots are coming from, but it takes discipline to establish that 360 degrees.
This guy has really wide eyeballs. Look how.
Oh my god, dude.
Look at this guy's eyes.
Who cares
Holy
what he
shit,
looks
looks like an
like?
anime character.
Oh
Is
my
he on,
god.
Like, is he totally wired right now?
Phil.
Why? I just like.
Are you drunk right now?
What is going on?
Are you drunk right
His
now?
eyes are like. And so what?
Are you drunk right now?
Wow, I'm really interested in this topic. Oh my god.
What?
Whoa.
Fine rare crop.
Stop.
Yikes. Anyway.
Stop. What do you
so
mean,
far
yikes?
it's interesting.
Gross. What do
But
you mean,
no,
yikes?
what I was wondering was when this happened, like, can you immediately tell where the shot was coming from? See, I didn't listen to follow-up news reports, so I actually don't know how many shots were fired by the sniper. If it was only one, or I think it was more than one, right? I think that they had said that the first, like, one bullet had grazed Trump, but there were more bullets, and that's sadly what hit the people in the crowd or something. So how do you tell where the bullet's even coming from? What a terrifying moment, right?
Oh my god.
And,
Listen to Phil.
I mean, it's good they have the counter snipers there, but does it really make sense that the counter snipers are only looking way out and not what's right in front of your face? Like,
Dude.
so they missed the guy because they were looking way too far away. So that means if people come in your face, it's easier to assassinate someone? Like, doesn't even make sense, does it? Right?
The fuck is
I
he
mean,
going on about?
I don't know. This is very confusing.
Yeah, it is confusing, you're right.
Security. Is this necessary? Because they don't know if there might still be another threat out there at this point. Secret Service CAT teams were originally established in 1979, and this is the first time in history that I believe they've responded to a shooting incident involving a former or current president.
I must make
Trump
room if I
then
want to
told
carry
his
that.
security service detail to wait. He raised his fist and pumped it at the crowd. He shouted, "Fight," as the crowd chanted USA back. When asked about this moment, McMillan said, quote, "As for letting him pose for the photo op, there's always a degree of conflict between the personal protection detail and the political asset. One's entire mission is to protect their asset, the other's is to be political. I also saw firsthand when
space
then
in my
Vice President
inventory.
Biden deviated from the pre-planned path to shake people's hands during a 2013 visit to Savannah. The agents on the ground then escorted Trump to a predetermined evacuation point, roughly 50 meters to the rear of the stage, in a reinforced line of Trump. At this point, roughly 2 minutes after the first shots rang out, he's evacuated and his motorcade then sped to a hospital where he received treatment. Swarms of additional units then make their way to the stage. As a result of the assassination attempt, one attendee was killed, and 2 others were injured, who are still in critical condition in the rounds that missed the president. When I watched the video of what happened last night, it filled me with a visceral reaction of disgust and anger. It made me concerned for my country. I'm praying that somehow we can find a way to emerge from this tragedy stronger than before and show that we won't let the deranged acts of one individual tear us apart. This is a satellite image of the venue where the rally was held at Butler Farms Showgrounds near Butler, Pennsylvania. It's a wide open outdoor field with ground level rooftop visibility that
And this is what makes no sense at all, right? Like, I understand it's a rally, but the whole idea is that there needs to be a protective detail to protect an asset, someone who might be elected president. Why are you having it in this open area? You're telling me, so that guy was over there on that rooftop. He could have been anywhere in this area. He could have been out in the trees. He could have been anywhere. It all would have been fine. Like, he would have had the shot. But no one cleared it? I don't understand.
The fuck is he
I
going
thought
on
that's
about?
The whole point of the Secret Service is that when you have an event like this, they're clearing the entire area and protecting it. So what? I mean, they're not just supposed to act when something happens. They're supposed to prevent the action. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
So it
god,
doesn't
dude.
make any
You
sense
can't
at all
prevent everything
that it happened
that
like
happens,
this,
dude. What the fuck is
right?
he talking about?
Now you would argue if they were on the water tower, they would have
There's
seen
no
it.
space in my
Maybe,
inventory.
because maybe that's further out. That's where they're looking. They're looking past that flat roof and they're looking at that water tower. But if you're literally just staring at this right now, okay, there's the target. Where would you shoot from? Okay, I would either shoot from the water tower or from that rooftop right there. It's like anyone could figure this out. So how did the Secret Service not figure this out?
My god,
It's their
Phil.
job, is it not? Is it not their actual job? So what happened here? And again, I just feel like what we've seen since COVID is that the people who we have in charge, who are supposed to be handling this, all this important stuff, are no better than just the common person. They're not experts. They're not authorities. They're not smarter than us. They're not stronger than us. They're not wiser than us. They're all just the same people. You know what I'm saying?
Realize people are
Someone
elected,
said-
right, Phil?
Yeah, the crowd actually located the guy 3 minutes before he ever fired. They said they saw him, and they talked to the Secret Service, and the Secret Service did nothing about it.
Slap.
I'm completely confused.
Yeah, you are confused.
I
You're
just don't
confused, alright.
understand.
It extends over 100 meters in that direction. The gunman was able to somehow evade security and managed to get onto this rooftop here. It's
Ow.
about 420 feet or 130 meters away from the podium and stage where Trump was giving a speech. He was on a 9-story building with a pitch that was probably about 25 feet in elevation. Law enforcement reported the shooter used an AR-style rifle recovered at the scene. This suggests that it's most likely a 5.56 round. If that's the case, with the scope, 130 meters is an incredibly easy shot for someone who knows the 6 to 8 bullets missed President Trump by only a few meters that reached his head slightly to the right. The gunman might have aimed for the head because it wouldn't be unheard of for a politician to wear body armor during a speech. It looks like the Secret Service counter-sniper team were using what looks to be a special version of the bolt-action Remington 700 with a suppressor firing a 300 Winchester Magnum round with a powerful variable scope. For reference, that's got substantial recoil and pinpoint accuracy up to 800 meters and beyond, to the point of what McMillan was saying earlier. This is the type of rifle that you're looking for extended rounds beyond 150 meters. This video posted on X of the counter-sniper team has 15 million views, with people disagreeing on whether or not the would-be assassin took the first shot or if the counter-sniper team fired first. The way I look at the security measures are that they're a tiered and layered approach. The sniper team is one of the last lines of defense. If they're pulling triggers, that means a lot of other steps have already gone wrong, because ideally a shooter should never even have gotten within a mile of a elevated clear shot of the former president. People are inevitably going to be picking apart the split-second decisions of the first responders.
Some react,
I can understand why there's some value in that. But I think the more important question is, how much resources and funding were they given based on the tempo of their operations, and how big was Trump's Secret Service personnel detail? How many resources did they have available to them? How thin were they spread? In Tim McMillan's analysis, he stated, quote, "Based on limited details at this point, in my opinion, the security breakdown occurred in the middle tier, which would likely include law enforcement, who were supposed to be assigned to the area near the outbuildings. History was at a fork in the road here that was determined by less than an inch in a fraction of a second. This building that the gunman took up a firing position on is not a part of the Butler Farm Show perimeter. It lies just outside and belongs to a different company called AGR International. They're a supplier of automation equipment for glass and plastic packaging. But that could be one potential reason as to why this happened, because it was outside the perimeter of the event. But beyond a few trees, there's nothing between the president, just a wide open field that separates the two. The Secret Service advance team would have created a plan weeks in advance that normally would have identified every single elevated potential sniper position within line of sight. A quick count shows there are about 18 buildings that have a clear line of sight that I've marked for you on the map. Agents would normally either have someone posted up on each location, or they would strictly control access to all these buildings.
So where did this go wrong? This is a humongous breakdown in how the Secret Service is supposed to be working. I wonder, I mean, this video is from a week ago. What other information has come out? I heard rumors, it's just rumors, that they were actually going to have the head of Secret Service step down. that apparently this was so bad of a breach of protocol of what they were supposed to
Rumors?
be doing.
Where? Where?
He almost died because of it. That someone's head has to roll for it, and it's going to be the head of the Secret Service. But maybe that's not true.
Who's
I
the
don't know.
rumor?
That was a rumor on social media.
On social media. Get off the fucking
But
X, you
this is
bitch.
insane to me. Like, of course, there's conspiracy
Oh my
theories
god, he's the
saying,
worst,
oh,
dude. He's
well,
addicted to Twitter like it's fucking real news, man.
well,
Get your head out your fucking ass. No wonder he's a
obviously the whole
fucking
setup they wanted to
hardcore
do.
MAGA guy. Come on, man.
I don't know if I believe that. because
Social
obviously
media
that
rots your
has
brain, dude.
implications.
Get a clue.
Like, if that was ever proven, people would go to jail for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, are people really willing to do that just because they don't like a political rival? I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh my
I don't
god,
really
these
believe that. I
opinions
just feel like-
suck.
Like everything, it's incompetency.
You're
right?
incompetent, dude.
Someone didn't take it seriously.
My god.
Someone thought doing the bare minimum would be enough. And it
Fuck this
wasn't.
guy.
How do you have counter snipers sitting there staring at the perimeter of where the guy is, and they don't see him?
Oh
He's
my
literally-
god.
People in the crowd saw him. I don't understand.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
either,
know.
dude. I don't fucking
All right, let's
know.
go to the next video. That's enough of that. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Again, ever since COVID, what we find is more ineptitude by humans. We think there's people in place to take care of all this
Ineptitude by
stuff, so we're all
humans?
feeling safe and cozy and protected. Absolutely not. They can't even protect former presidents. It's like no one has common sense anymore. You know what I'm saying?
I'm scratching my head real bad right now.
It's just like no one has common sense anymore. Anyway, various crimes that the males have committed are things such as, you know, drugs, using drugs, distributing drugs, getting into fights. I watched a video where it was
Sexual
it
violence,
was a private
murder,
react that I had done,
cannibalism,
for
incest.
Slayer. And the private
Of
react
course,
video
for Slayer. Of course, it's for Slayer, you dumbass. Of course,
was
it's for
about
Slayer.
the males who were incarcerated. It was about an hour-long video, and basically like a lot of violence, attacking people. One guy attacked someone with a sword, so he went to jail for like 5 years. Stuff like that. It's crazy because you would think maximum security prison, where you're locked away from the world for many years, you would think that's because of like something incredibly over-the-top violent. In reality, in Singapore, what it is repeat offenses. So, first offense, not so serious. Second offense, way more serious. If you do like 3 or more offenses in Singapore, they don't mess around. You go right here. You go right to maximum security prison for several years. So even though it might not be that big of a deal, it might have been, so I did drugs, I beat someone up in public, and I broke into somewhere I wasn't supposed to be.
Damn,
you could
Phil.
end up in maximum security prison for
Had a
5
big
years
night.
for that.
Had a big night.
Here
there.
in the United States, you literally wouldn't even go to prison. You'd probably just be out on parole. So what a difference in our legal systems and everything. It's such a night and day difference. So I'm just curious, like, what these women did to get into their women's only actions on Patreon. Yes, but you have to pledge for that. You can do private videos on my Patreon. For $50, you can get a private video.
Oh my
okay? They're around
god,
20, 25
he's
minutes long.
shilling.
You do $100, I'll do like a 45 minute to an hour long video. Yep.
Shilling.
And I do it every week, every month.
Shilling, shilling, shilling. Disgusting.
They have a kiosk to check on administrative requests, like visit family member in another institution was approved. So this person had a family member also in another jail, and they were approved to go visit them in the other jail. Look, dental treatment, attend a religious counseling, dental treatment, religious reading materials. Oh, okay.